One word of advice: run.
Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be unboxing and reviewing McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Arkham City Batman. Let's go. So I just so happened to be walking through a Target in the toy section, and I just so happened to come across this and was like, oh, this is definitely going home with me. No ifs, ands, buts about it. This is the Batman with the Build-A-Figure, the Solomon Grundy, and with this package he has the two legs. This is the side view with the McFarlane Toys logo down there at the bottom. And we have the back of the box with the Solomon Grundy, the photo that they always have with the cards and stuff like that, with the two legs that come with this package. At the bottom we have all the collectibles in the line. Then we have the other side of the box art, which is the Batman Arkham City logo. Have the bottom of the box with all the legalese and all that mumbo jumbo. So let's just go ahead and get down to it and start cutting open this box. Got my handy dandy X-Acto knife, and let's get to it. So one thing I want to ask is, question of the day type of deal. What's your favorite Arkham Batman suit? Arkham Asylum and Arkham City pretty much have the same suit, but Origins, Night, even Shadows. What's your favorite? Mine would have to be the very beginning of Arkham Knight, before he transitioned into his armored suit. It was kind of whatever came after City, but it was just more streamlined, and man, I love that suit. I wish he could have just had that suit from the beginning to the end, but I understand, story related events and having to change it up, but it is what it is. So let's get all of these rubber ties off of him so that we can release him from his plastic packaging, his plastic prison, if you will. And there's a bunch of them. Just trying not to cut myself. Alright, I think that's all of them. Man, I cannot stand that they put their capes through the plastic. Like, I don't want the paint to get scuffed or chipped or anything like that. I can't stand that they do that. Alright, let's go ahead and get Solomon Grundy's legs out. They're plastic protected too, and so is the grappling hook. That's one, that's two, that's the grappling hook. Alright, so we got Batman in his handy dandy T-pose, and let's go see some articulation. Got the splits, that's how far he can kick out. And let's see, his head spins 360 degrees, does that poltergeist thing. Let's see, I can't really do his arms all the way around because the cape, but he can kick forward that much. And he does have double jointed knees, which they're pins. You can see the pins and everything else. So he does have the double jointed knees, and they are very stiff. And he has the ankle pivots, and he has the toticulation. And yeah, he does have single jointed elbows, which, he can't do the double joints, but he can definitely do the single. And he does have the elbow swivels and everything else, and yeah, he can bump and grind with his ab crunch and everything. So yeah, all the motion that Batman can possibly do, at least this Batman. So, and accessories, you do have that Solomon Grundy, the legs. They're more like the Build-A-Figure legs and everything, and they are single jointed, and he has the ankle pivots kind of, and then he has a toticulation, some Hulk legs if you ask me, but everything looks good. The detail is great. The jean detail is painted on really good. Both of them have the toticulation, but even like the coloration of the skin and the stitching where his legs, body parts, were put back together and stuff, everything looks great on this. I can't wait to get the entire figure. And then the grapple hook, it's a standard grapple hook, all black. There's no other coloring on it. It's not even the silver on the actual grapple, but yeah, just a standard black grappling hook, which we'll probably do some painting or some washes or something like that, put some silver on that grapple. But yeah, man, Okay, let's take another look at this Batman. So let's see his head. Everything looks good. Pretty good detail in the cowl. You know, he has the long ears and stuff like that, the wide out eyes. But, you know, is the detail on his suit. Everything looks good there. Got some real good detail for his rib cage and stuff like that with the suit. All the line work is really good. His belt is really good. You know, he does have that kind of goldish kind of belt and everything, and yeah, man, like everything looks super good. I wish there was more of a wash on it and everything, but you know, it is what it is. It's a vanilla Batman from the beginning of the game. Like these gauntlets, the gauntlets look good. It's just straight black, and I know that's how they were in the game and everything else, but you know, with a little bit of the silver on the knuckles, which it's cool, but I just wish there was a little bit more, you know, just paint work, you know, on them and stuff like that. But the legs are one of the things that bothers me so much about this figure, is because, you know, his arms, he's jacked for all intents and purposes. Like, he's jacked from here up, you know. That's awesome. I mean, he looks great from, you know, from the waist up. That looks very superhero-y. And then you get down to the legs, and he has these little pencil legs, and it's just kind of, you know, the thighs, they should have been a little bit bulkier, and everything. But the other thing is, like, whenever you have him standing straight, like, that just looks, it looks crazy, because he's super jacked, and then he has these little thin legs, and there's, you know, there's no detail or anything like that. You get the, you know, you get more detail in the inner leg than you do on the outer leg, the outer thighs, and I just think that that's crazy. But other than that, man, it's a fine looking figure. It's gonna do what it's supposed to do, which is, you know, look badass in poses and stuff like that. But like I said again, the boots have that, you know, that gauntlet in the front or whatever with the straps and everything. It looks super good, super good. And he has, like I said, the toticulation, and you know, he has the ball joint on the, you know, swivel out the legs and stuff like that, the ankles and stuff like that. You got the pivot, and everything else looks really good. So but yeah, man, like, again, the cape, it's that rubbery plastic type of cape, and you know, that looks cool, the way it's swooping and stuff like that, but you really can't do all that many good poses with it because it's so stiff, you know. But yeah, man, I think this is an excellent looking figure, and I cannot wait to get the rest of the line along with this Batman. Like I said again, Catwoman is ridiculous to find right now, and aftermarket, it's just so crazy how she's going for $80, $100, you know, on at the aftermarket. If not, you know, the lowest I think I found her on Macari for like $40 to $50 or something like that, 60. And that's just too much. It is what it is, you know. But yeah, man, that's the figure, and my review of it, other than the legs being kind of, you know, pencil thin, this is an excellent figure. It's an excellent McFarlane figure, and I know he does a whole lot with Batman, and I know this is an older figure by this point, but I'm getting around to, you know, doing all the unboxing now. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some size comparison with other figures that I have to show you the scale of this McFarlane Batman. Starting off with Raph from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle NECA line. This is more of the movie line, and the comparison, you know, movie to person, it looks great. Mandalorian, he's a Hasbro Black Series figure, and Grogu, and you can tell, like, Hasbro lines are a lot shorter than the McFarlane lines. Standing next to Marvel Legends Wolverine, he's the next one, and you know, you can still see it's Hasbro, so it's going to be significantly shorter. The next one we have is another Hasbro, and it's the Lightning Series White Ranger from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers line, and again, it's Hasbro, so they're going to be significantly shorter than any kind of McFarlane figure that comes out. So, yeah, it's just going to be one of those things. The closest thing that I have to scale with this McFarlane Batman is this Mattel's WWE Basic Triple H, which was like in a 2-pack with Stephanie, and you could tell like it's a Mattel figure, so his arms are bulkier, his head's bigger, his thighs are bulkier, but you know, his chest, the chest more or less looks like it's, you know, it's the same size and everything else, but I mean, they're wrestlers and they're going to be bulkier, more outlandish. So that's my unboxing and review of this Batman from Arkham City. What I'm going to do now is just send you out with some pictures that I've taken. And yeah, man, if you like what you see and I don't ramble on too much, then feel free to come back and we'll do some more unboxings. All right, deuces.